Hi, it's Commissioner Sandra Peña Sarmiento, and along with my fellow commissioners, Commissioner Hardy and Commissioner Carpenter, I'm reporting back on the South Main History Corridor Subcommittee. The current renovations happening all along South Main are a great opportunity to celebrate South Main history through the built environment. The idea is to create a history walk for both residents and visitors to enjoy. Now, what is a history walk? It's a series of 18 markers located at our 18 South Main bus stops. These can highlight the buildings, businesses, and cultural legacy all along South Main. Now, these markers can take the form of a freestanding kiosk, or they could be a permanent plaque attached to the frame of the bus stops. They could also be the form of a vinyl wrap along perhaps the back panel of the bus stops, or even as simple as a QR code that is located some visible place along that bus stop shelter. Now, what kind of things would we showcase on this self-guided tour? As we did our research, we found that there is a wealth of wonderful historical moments to celebrate and showcase our community. Some of these include the Black Derby Nightclub, once located on Chestnut and Main, and the building is still standing and in great shape. It was one of Santa Ana's only unsegregated nightclubs in the 50s and 60s, and the place that gave birth to the Righteous Brothers and our own South Main soul sound. It was also the place where Betty Willis, an African-American performer from our community, also performed, and she actually signed with the Righteous Brothers later on in her life. South Main was also the place where Marlon Brando, international film star, went to school and spent many formative years. Brando mentions his time at Lathrop and in Santa Ana in his biographies and many interviews. It was an important time in his life that sparked his creative spirit. The old Southern California sugar factory was also located on South Main, just south of Warner. And it brought a lot of our current residents, ancestors, into the city. In fact, a lot of Delhi was settled and populated by the workers from the sugar industry. The old Southern California sugar factory that was on Main, and of course later the Holly sugar plant that was located by Warner and Grand. Also on the south end of Main is located the Rickenbacker guitar factory. And it provided guitars and musical instruments to some giants of rock and roll history, including the Beatles, The Who, Tom Petty, the Beach Boys, the Kinks, Rush, and so many others. Also located on South Main was America's first drag strip, started by Pappy Hart and his associates. The Santa Ana Drags was featured on Life magazine, on the cover of Life magazine in 1957. It sparked a national interest in drag racing, car culture, and also inspired a whole series of highly coveted miniature auto collectibles, all branded with the Santa Ana Drags on the bottom. And last but not least, our South Main is a part of our National Historic Highway Route system. So Route 101, which South Main is a part of, is a sister road to Route 66. So what a great opportunity for marketing and branding. Just as we see that Route 66 has such wonderful branding throughout, the traversing that route, we could also market our South Main in a similar way. Now, Commissioner Hardy has prepared this wonderful PDF PowerPoint presentation, which you should have in your packets to review. But as you can see, we have a lot to celebrate on South Main. We found more than enough to populate all of the historical markers with people, businesses, past and present, celebration and spotlights on architectural styles, notable residents, and every neighborhood association that we have presented this project at, which include Pacific Park, Henninger Park, and also Wilshire Square. We're very excited to participate and contribute to this endeavor. So it's a great way to really engage our residents in, remembering some local history, and also to tie into our regional tourism. As you all know, we have a lot of folks going to Disney, flying in and out of John Wayne Airport. And what a great opportunity to tie our South Main, which is right on the way to the airport, to these tourists. After experiencing the fantasy Main Street at Disneyland, they have an opportunity to really visit and experience a real Southern California Main Street on our South Main corridor in Santa Ana. And these markers are a wonderful way to have them navigate the area, know where to go, where to shop, where to eat. And that's the way we can squeeze every last dollar of these tourists as they go and return their rental cars to John Wayne Airport. This is a perfect opportunity for Santa Ana to really position itself and leverage its assets in the best way. So I hope you all share my enthusiasm, and we're here and available for your questions. Thank you.